I'm done talking about the 2003 election now.
2003?
Can we start our show?
2004.
2004?
Do you know how often elections are?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh,
Never
no.
mind. Can we
Today on the
restart?
Coffeebreath
Can we
Show.
restart? Hey, everyone.
Hey, guys.
Okay, now the show's starting right here and now. Hello,
Dad's cutting that out
everybody.
in the VOD.
Welcome back to Bar Coffeebreath. Thank you for joining us on another Friday evening at 8 p.m. Pacific. It's Friday night if you're on the East Coast, 11 p.m. Eastern. And fuck anyone who isn't in either of those time zones. We're the Coastal Elite, and thank you for joining us at our bar. We're here every week getting up to some different shit. This week, we're bringing back a classic. It's been a long time since we've had one of our hot takes nights. If this is your first time joining us for one of those, what's going to happen is that you can type !call into the chat, and there are instructions on how you can call into the show, and there's a waiting room for you to wait in, and then we will bring you in when we're ready, and we will hear your hot take, and then we will rate it and assess it. Thank you, Crit. I see Kuba in there. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Hey, look, the chat's working this week.
Look at that.
I did nothing different. Just want you guys to know I didn't change a thing at all. It's just some days it decides not to work.
Oh, there's a dog back here. I just realized that looks kind of
yeah.
awkward
Oh,
when I just
yeah.
reach my hand and I start
Oh,
groping
yeah.
around. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a
that's
dog.
a little
There's
weird.
a dog back here.
There he
There's a
is.
little
Hold
guy.
on. There he is. Oh,
There's
that's
my
not
boy.
good.
Yo.
Sorry, I forgot to update.
Yeah, so I just
Sorry.
wanted to say my hands were in decent places. It was fine. You don't have to say anything about it. There is a dog back here.
Yeah, business
Business
dog.
dog.
business.
Yeah, unfortunately, he was dressed too early for our quarterly meme reviews.
He's
but-
dressed up to remind you that taxes are due this weekend.
Oh,
yeah.
They
Remember
are.
to get your
I
taxes
fe-
in.
I filled out my taxes this week, and you know what else I did? I cleaned up a lot of things here on this Twitch channel that I've
Did
been
you?
meaning to do for a very long time.
There's one big thing you still haven't cleaned up, and we all know what it is.
What, the fact that you're fucking here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. No, there have been a lot of things that people have been asking me for, and I tried to deliver on a lot of those during my free time this week. There's a whole new set of emotes for this channel now. If you're a subscriber, go ahead and take a look at them. Some of them are the same. Some of them got moved to other places. If you happen to like the old ones, I think you can donate bits to use them. I think there's something like that. But there's some bangers in there. How do I spam them? I don't think
rotating me.
it's
He was
not-
rotating me.
I wonder if I can do... Oh, yeah, look at this. Here we go.
This
Okay,
was
here we
weird.
go. I can spam some of them here. Okay, we got this one. We got this one. We got this one. We got this one. We got this one.
Oh, there's a Liz Nation.
And then that's if you're... The last one there, that's if you're tier 3. Oh, shit. Wait, how do I need my fucking keyboard to send it. Oh, god damn it.
Uh-oh,
Oh, shit.
stinky.
Hold on. I didn't really plan for this. I kind of forgot that I did it, to be
This is a
perfectly
great-
honest with you
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Look
Good
at all
show.
those
Good
new
show.
emotes. We got the Coffee Breath Fire emote. We got the I brought back the Cheers one, but I updated it. It looks better now. It doesn't look like shit. The Daniel J Pogchamp, that one stayed. You got a Liz Nation now for all you Liz heads
Liz
out there that want to
Nation.
spam Liz Nation in the chat. We have Wide Theo there.
Come
Really wide.
Extra wide,
He's
Theo.
always wide.
And then if you're on extreme wealth, you get that last one there, the golden Coffee Breath logo. That's for tier 3 subs only. So if you sign up for my OnlyFans, you'll also get that emote as well. That's a joke. I don't have an OnlyFans, but you can spam all those
Thank
emotes
God.
now. I also updated like the little channel point things because we're gonna use those tomorrow night. If you haven't heard, we have a new show. For the first time in a very long time, we have a new show. It is called Coffeebreath Sessions, and it's premiering tomorrow. Premiering makes it sound like it's not live. It's live. We're hosting this live. Tomorrow night, the stream is going to actually start probably a little bit earlier than 8, but just keep an eye on my Twitter.
Whoa!
Oh, is he
He
good?
almost died.
He's trying to
Try not to kill the dog while I'm talking to the chat.
I'm giving him all of my chair right now.
Yeah, we'll give him that.
It's fine, I
Coffee
can
Breath
stand.
Sessions is a
Yeah, the
new
whole
series of charity fighting game invitationals that are also house parties that we're going to be doing live here from Bar Coffee Breath. And when I say house party, I mean COVID-safe gathering of fully vaccinated individuals. Lots of different people are going to come through. Lots of homies from the fighting game scene who are really good at playing the games, and then lots of other friends. who may not play the games but are entertaining people.
And me, who's neither.
Yeah, and Liz, who brings nothing to the
Liz
table.
Nation.
We're all going to get together. We're going to play some Guilty Gear Strive, the hottest fighting game out there right now. And we are going to compete for the entire... the way that this is a charity event is that the entire proceeds from the stream, so all the donations, subs, bits, all that's going to get added up at the end, and whoever wins the round-robin tournament, they get to give all of that money to a charity of their choice. My charity is going to be the Myles Berrin Foundation, which seeks to help fucking stupid people.
It
helps to fix their brains of being cancers.
Rid their brains of rot. But yes, anyway, that's Coffee Breath Sessions, and it is going to be happening tomorrow night. Please don't miss it. It's going to be fucking sick. We got some dope people coming through for that. So yeah, but that's tomorrow. Tonight, this is... Guys, you know me. I'm a content maniac. I'm a content fiend. I'm out here on the... I stay grinding 100.
And he never stops talking.
I never stop talking.
Shuts up.
And I never stop. The two things I never stop is talking, apparently, and creating content. We got 2 shows for you this weekend, right here on twitch.tv/coffeebreath.
Unfortunately.
So if you're watching and you haven't followed already, now's a great time to do that, because we are pumping this shit out for you. We are really just ramming you with content. Just
Please
absolutely hitting on all sixes, just
Please stop.
firing all cylinders into your bum.
Please. I beg of you.
Content. I don't know. Yeah, not my best sell there, but I don't know. Maybe give me a second chance and
Liz will be
follow
there.
the channel. Yeah.
I don't want to be, but I'll be there.
She'll be
Yeah,
there.
Liz will be there.
Liz Nation stays winning.
Yeah, you can. Whenever she loses in the game, you can spam Liz Nation.
Oh, I have to play?
I thought she was just gonna...
I guess you don't have to. You don't have to enter into the thing, but I'll probably make you do like an exhibition at some point. Maybe like you and Parks, because you two just know jack shit about Guilty Gear. I think that'd be really funny. We're gonna do like exhibitions and stuff too, like people who don't know how to play the game, just getting in there.
I had an idea of strapping the webcam to my head and running around like asking people questions.
That would be really fun. I wish you told me that in advance because I would have bought some kind of wireless device to make that work.
I have a thought, actually. We'll discuss this later.
Yeah, we should discuss that later. I actually have a thought, too. I think I can make that work,
It would also be funny because
That's
all
2
of it...
thoughts on the Coffeebreath Show, which is the most we've ever had.
That's actually really true. That's the most we've ever had on
Every
the show.
interview would just be pointed, like, straight up under your chin.
Yeah, that's true. We're picking the
actually...
best person to strap a camera to their face.
I love that. No, but it's like, it's fun and sexy. It's like, who is that?
It's fine. My niche in the industry is operating handheld for child actors. Because I can't do it for adults.
No.
You can't do it for big people.
No.
Imagine being that fucking short. You have to exclusively work with child
You're
actors.
not that short. Liz is not that short.
Liz is fucking short. You're like 5'3".
I'm 5'2".
That's not short.
5'2"? That's short.
That is short.
That's not short.
That's 2 inches away from being a
No,
It's
it's
3
3
inches away.
inches.
4'11".
4'11".
Oh, I thought it was 4.
And also for women, it's different.
Also, 5'4" is the legal average height for women in the U.S.
In the U.S.? Fuck
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I don't believe
No,
that.
it's true.
I'd like you to cite
True.
your fucking facts on
You-
that.
Wikipedia.
This might be
Simply don't trust me.
5'11", 6 feet
What
thing.
is the illegal average height?
6'2".
Yeah, I would.
5'2", 5'4".
6'9" is the illegal
it's
height.
true.
It's 420.
It's illegal to be that tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, 420 centimeters. I actually don't know
That's
really.
a lot.
That's
centimeters,
That's a lot.
relatively
to be
tall, yes.
entirely honest with you, so.
Yeah. This is a very Eurocentric show.
Yeah,
Or
obviously.
not just American.
Yeah,
Because Europeans
we live
do
here.
stuff
Do
in
you want to start a war about it or something?
I do!
the
I want to start a
He
war!
always does.
Ooh, pick me! I want to start a
Yeah,
war!
break some shit while you're at it, Miles.
Yeah, we have a
Jesus
paper
Christ.
lamp up here that I just hit.
I had a story I wanted to tell before we started, but I forgot.
Cool.
So,
Really well planned.
listen, I have had no time to plan anything this fucking week. I've been putting so much time into planning Coffee Breath Sessions tomorrow night at around 8 p.m., maybe starting a little bit earlier for the pre-show. Can you share it with the room? Or are you gonna relax? With
No,
the
not on this stream. Not on this
No?
stream. No.
All
It was
right.
good though.
Yeah, well, thank you, Crit. I appreciate
it
that
inside.
feedback.
There you
This
go.
is, as everybody knows, the most professional show on twitch.tv with the best production value and the greatest merch as well. go ahead and plug that before we bring on our first guest here. The Bar Coffeebreath anniversary grand opening tee from last week is still up. That's still available. And look at that. We've also got a brand new Coffeebreath session shirt. Mostly going to be promoting that tomorrow, but I put it up there anyway, and you can type ! or merch in the chat to get the link.
Is that a shirt for Munchkins? Like what? Like
Yeah.
it's
No,
missing
I-
half of it.
Yeah, I
Spicy
cropped it
crop.
so it fits on the
It's a
screen.
crop.
Fuck you guys.
Oh, it's a crop top. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I see.
You're fun and
Hey,
sexy
also
gamers.
another thing that I did. Thank you for reminding me.
sorry.
Is ignoring my suggestions on
I'm not.
Nobody-
Stop
no
speaking.
gamers
Stop
are
speaking.
Button
That's
sex.
true.
Another thing that I fixed is remember how
That
none of
sounds
us
fun.
knew the URL to the store because it was so complicated? Well, Big Dick Daniel went ahead and bought coffeebreathmerch.com. And so now we
Stop
can just
calling
say that
yourself
instead. Go to coffeebreathmerch.com
No
to
one's
check
ever
out that
said
stuff.
that.
Promo code Sessions1 will be live all weekend long through Monday. So anytime you're watching our content throughout the course of this weekend, you feel like buying a shirt to support the show, you can do so there. Sorry, you want me to say it again? I'm Big Dick Daniel.
No.
Big
Sources have a good word.
dynamic
It's not
dong Daniel.
Gamers.
Damaged.
Damaged, deranged Deville Daniel.
Yeah.
Dejoka baby Daniel.
The baby.
The baby Daniel.
I'm the baby.
The baby Daniel.
I'm the baby.
She is the baby.
She's the baby.
All right.
It's this.
What it?
I'm the baby.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Man, fuck this show. This show sucks. All right. We do have a couple people in the waiting room, so
Please let someone else speak.
we'll start with Soccer because we were noticing before we even went live, she was waiting for us in the waiting room.
She
So-
better have a nice hot take.
Glad you're excited to be here, Soccer. We're gonna bring you in right now if you're
better
ready
be
to go.
spicy.
All right. Hold on, let me turn on this thing. Hold on. There we go.
What
Oh,
more?
there we go. Look at that. Hello, can you hear us? Oh, Liz, can you turn on the speaker again?
I already did.
No, it turned itself off because it was inactive.
I
Sorry,
don't
Soccer,
like
we can't
feeling
hear
up
you
the
yet. Hold on.
speaker.
Yeah, also her mic is still muted.
Hey, Liz, you're good over
You
there.
got it.
I don't know where. It's not a button.
You just have
You
to,
just have to rub it.
You have to
on the
caress it.
The black part along the side, just stroke
Yeah,
it.
but I couldn't reach where can you stop?
I'm trying.
I already turned it on.
It's not
what
on,
the
though.
fuck is going
It's
on
already
here?
on, it's
It's
light
not
bulb.
on. It's not
The
on.
light came
Did
on.
you unplug it?
No, it's the light came on, but only briefly. I don't think it's actually on.
Yeah,
it should be on.
I think you did unplug it.
I don't know.
I'm gonna just.
Technical difficulties. Stand by. We will have
Here, look at Theo.
Look
Yeah,
at this.
look at Theo.
Hey, look at
There
this
you
guy.
go.
Oh,
Can I just
I
point
did
out
it.
he's
I
ready.
did it.
He's ready for business.
Okay.
He's ready
The
for
speaker
business.
is on now, but Soccer is still muted. I don't know if you like maybe
Yeah,
she,
no,
like.
Wait.
Oh, there we
Hey.
go. Hello.
Okay.
Can you hold on, Liz? Can you turn up the volume on the speaker? I can't. That wasn't a joke. I can't hear her at all. I don't know if you guys can.
I can't really hear that well, and I'm right next to it.
There's a little plus sign on there, Liz.
Elders react.
Liz, it's a plus sign. I don't know. Just touch it. Just touch the plus sign.
I want to say it's a black button on a black background.
Yes,
pretty
it's hard
bad.
to find, but it is a plus sign.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't
Okay.
have vision.
Elders react to speakers.
Soccer, can you hear us now, and can we hear you?
I can hear you very clearly.
Okay, we can also now hear you clearly. How's it going? Thank you for calling.
Very good. I have made some roads into networking this week in my attempt to find employment.
Very
Poggers,
good.
poggers. Wait, didn't you find a job last time we talked to you, or am I tripping balls? No?
Yeah,
It didn't pan
no, I
Didn't
thought it
work
was gonna
out.
work out, but it didn't. So, oh no.
Okay.
Rip.
Yeah,
It'd
which
be
is
like that
fine.
sometimes.
It was never meant to be. Probably a good thing if it was going to not work out. And then what was it? So yes, I am still fun employed, which is great. It's been great. I've been napping a
I've been
lot
there.
lately.
Oh,
Yeah, very pro naps right now.
I am anti-naps.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the side of anti-naps.
That's my hot take. Is naps
Can't
suck.
allow any nappers here.
Naps
Can't nap.
If you're
Naps are
nap,
great.
the way I see it, time is money, and if you're sleeping, you're not making money.
I sleep all the time.
But I also like to tell all of my investors that if I'm not making money when I'm sleeping, then who is? Think about that.
The government.
Did I ask?
Yes.
Okay.
Every time you don't ask, we answer anyways. Because we have an initiative.
Anyway,
Hot takes?
we're trying to do a fucking show here, guys. Sakura, what's your hot take tonight?
My hot take, apologies again to vegans everywhere, as usual.
Is this
It's
gonna
a
be another
food-
like
eat 'em.
animal slaughtering story?
No,
Yeah,
no,
is
it's
this
not.
about another
It's a
duck?
one.
This is about another
I
duck
just
that was
want
murdered.
I want to propose an accessible what would you call it? What do we call these types of foods? A cultural, what is it called? I forget the name. Like
Hot pockets?
a specialty. What's the name? I forget.
A
English
delicacy?
is
Cultural
escaping
A
me.
cuisine, perhaps?
Cultural
Cuisine?
delicacy?
Yeah, it's like it's like like a type of food that's like, people from that culture eat, but other people,
Yeah.
especially Americans, like are like, what the hell is that?
Oh, you
Yeah,
mean,
like-
like the century egg?
Yeah, like the century egg or pussy.
Fuck
yeah.
you, no one
You
eats the
would
century
say-
egg for fun.
What?
I want to meet
Yeah.
the motherfucker who eats that shit for fun. That was fucked up.
You gotta cut it. You gotta put it in
Just such a
stuff.
big baby.
Yeah, you don't eat
I
it raw.
would like to propose another one. Maybe you guys can do it for later, which is
Insects?
if you have, it's very pro Army Hammer, but it's also, I'm not sure if he's, in the basically, you've heard of liquid blood, but have you heard of coagulated blood?
Oh, I do know
Wait,
about this.
what?
Coagulated
Like
blood.
sausage?
Yeah.
What do you-
Yeah, it's like a little it's like a piece of tofu, but it's blood.
Oh.
Human
wow.
blood?
No.
No.
not
No,
human
That's
blood.
illegal.
You made it sound you were talking about Army Hammer. His whole thing he was a cannibal. You fucked
It's
with
usually
you fucked with me there. I was scared for a second.
Oh, and my mom is saying duck's blood, which I actually didn't know.
That's
But,
way better than
I would
human
like
blood.
To, propose that as a food you try for not really, frankly, it's not really a flavor boom. It's more of a texture
It's a
boom
mental
because of the
concept.
iron. And you can taste the iron. It's a very interesting texture. I think there should be a Michelin star restaurant that focuses on the texture of
Of coagulated blood.
like cultural, like specific, like what is it? Etiquette? Not the word etiquette. What is it? Like it starts with an E, I think. Anyways, like stuff like that. You know how there's different weird things that cultures, like
Yeah.
specific cultures, are really into eating, or just you can find it in a specific place. And this is like China has it, the Philippines. I've talked to my Filipino friends. They have it too. You
They're
can find it in
vampires, too.
stir fry. Thing between stir fry to soups. Very
I feel
big
like if you
fan
stir-fried
of
it,
these
it would
thick
melt.
cubes. Things in soup.
But you still have the iron as a nice little chunky part of the soup. But make it a stew, a blood stew.
Actually, Sakura,
Yeah, no,
there's
blood
a-
stew, very big thing. And,
Blood stew.
it did make it over here to an American company. Specifically, I'm talking about Salt and Straw. They had
Oh.
pig's blood ice cream
Oh.
last 2 Halloweens ago.
I
I
missed
tried
that
it.
Dang.
And I wasn't too fond of it. And then I was like, wait, it's actually not that bad. It doesn't taste of the pig's blood at all.
It's Salt and Straw likes to put so much
but,
salt in their
you know.
ice creams you can't taste
true.
anything else.
But you got a nice rocky road from all the bone marrow, so.
Oh, fuck that.
Crunchy.
I think the ice cream part is really fucked up because that's just like there's something about mixing blood and dairy sounds way worse.
Oh no,
Then
I can
just
talk about
straight-
mixing blood and dairy.
What?
Because I got my blood results and my cholesterol was so high
Oh.
that they said I'm dying.
My man doesn't have blood, he just has heavy whipping cream.
I just have heavy whipping cream flowing through my
Miles
veins.
is deadass just cooking every meal with heavy whipping cream, being like, "This is fine. I don't see a
This'll go
problem."
well.
It was an Italian delicacy, Tony.
Yeah, I mean, and so frankly, is it worse to like have heavy whipping cream for every meal or coagulated blood? I'm not really sure. You know, it's
At
I'm
least
gonna
they
have
sell
to-
heavy whipping cream in the grocery store in like places where food is sold.
I'm gonna have to assume that coagulated blood has less cholesterol than heavy whipping cream, unless it's my blood.
In which case,
In which case, it's got
pure
more.
cholesterol.
Yeah.
I also
in which
take
case,
it
it's
out,
yellow.
It becomes a stick of butter.
I can't really imagine it tasting like much because like I'm thinking of like a time where I've like cut my finger and then just like put it in my mouth to get it to
It's
stop
metallic.
bleeding and like
There's
blood
a
doesn't
metallic
taste-
shape. I don't like
Does
the
it?
taste of blood.
It's
I
metallic.
feel like
Yeah.
it doesn't taste like it.
Have you ever had like a nosebleed that goes back
Yeah.
into your throat?
Or like a
No.
really big
No.
cut.
No.
Well, I've
God.
like I've like put like I've like scraped my thumb and like put it in my mouth to stop the bleeding, but
Gross.
like
But not with like a deep cut. Because when that happens, then you really taste the metal.
Liz, are you okay?
No.
I
There were no
probably
bandages in the establishment I worked in for
In
many
the
years.
in just ... the establishment.
Starbucks Coffee Company.
when I had that scooter accident in the beginning of 2020 where I lost half of my chin permanently, I probably ate a lot
Half
of
is a
blood
very
then, but I
strong word.
blacked out for the whole thing, so I don't really remember anything about the moment until I woke up the next day with dried blood all over my face. So I probably did, in that scenario, eat some blood. And you know what? I guess it didn't stand out to me that much. I guess it wasn't an outstanding food in my memory.
My man's
think
really
it's
saying that
the-
blood isn't flavorful enough for him.
I think it's the coagulated.
Yeah, this is why you need to put it in, like a stew or a soup or like a stir fry where other flavors enhance it and it enhances other flavors.
Well, you know what I will say is that we do eat steaks with blood.
True.
Like
It's
that's.
not
Exactly.
blood.
There
It's
we
not
go.
blood.
I know
Yeah,
it's not blood,
It's not
but
blood. It's
I think
not
that
blood, so it
people.
doesn't count.
I think that people are conditioned though to accept blood as a delicacy more than they might be ready to admit,
See,
because
this
a
is-
bloody steak, that's a
Mm.
high end kind of.
Yeah,
that's a
fair.
high end
I'll give you
steak.
that.
I mean, that is nice when you cut into the steak and that's just like shooting out juices, like it's just juicing all over the
Why
place,
do you-
like that.
Why do you
That bad
say-
boy,
say things
that bad
like
boy
that?
squirting.
Oh.
I do love that. I can't deny that. A good squirty steak is really nice.
Why do people
Um,
listen to
Yeah,
this?
and once again, we are not pro Army Hammer here in that we are proposing,
Speak
for
for
yourselves!
yourselves.
Are
you know,
are we not
uncooked
Get
blood.
away from
That's a no.
Are we
You
not
need
pro
to,
Army Hammer or not
as
pro
is with
Army
many
Hammer?
foods, you've got to cook it. We propose we cook the blood with other ingredients and add spices and flavoring. For those unfamiliar with spices and flavoring,
Dan.
so that it's excellent.
Sakura, have you read I think it's a New Yorker piece where somebody got a subscription box to the Museum of Disgusting Foods. It's really, it's actually really interesting. It's you should read. It's an examination of like what we consider to be disgusting, and it's like a deep look into the immigrant experience.
Mm.
Definitely recommend it. Neither of these people have to read it.
I can relate.
Sakura, have you read Chainsaw Man? Related.
Sakura, have you read Dracula? Are you familiar with that piece of media?
I've only seen. No, Van Helsing doesn't count. That's an anime.
Van Helsing
Well,
does
there's-
not count. No.
There's
There's
vampires in
live
it though.
action Van
That's
Helsing.
close enough.
I've never seen it, so don't spoil it.
I did see all of Van Helsing. I mean, of course, I know of the story Dracula, and I've seen like the first two seasons of Castlevania,
enough.
but I am not extremely into the vampire lore.
Well, if you are into eating blood, you should probably check that out. That'd be my recommendation for you.
Yeah, if you're
I
looking for
think-
some blood eater content,
Blood eater.
Yeah, you could also check out
That sounds like a
Twilight.
slur.
You could check out the Twilight.
yeah, you fucking blood eater.
New slur just dropped.
New slur, who dis?
Yeah, check out
No.
the Twilight franchise. Check out that Tom Cruise movie.
Interview with the Vampire?
Yeah, I was gonna say Date with the Vampire. That's not it.
Could
I
be.
mean,
And make sure to check
Kinda.
out Chainsaw Man. A lot of blood drinking in that. Very good manga.
What else?
This is
JoJo's
definitely
Bizarre
a
Adventure
change.
Part 1.
Part 1's got a lot of blood drinking.
Yeah.
Part 2 as well, and Part 2's got some blood drinking.
Resident Evil 8. That's got a vampire lady
Sexy
in it.
blood.
we don't know if there's blood drinking in it
She
yet.
got
We'll find
titty.
out.
She does.
She do.
She does.
She do. She got the mommy milkers.
Well, so I mean, how are we feeling about this blood drinking thing? Has everyone?
Sorry, I just want to confirm real quick. What the fuck is the take? What is the hot take here? You just came on and started talking about blood.
It's delicious. But it's also I want to once again, say that I'm talking about like the pieces of like solid blood, not the liquid blood.
Coagulated blood.
Yes, coagulated
like
blood.
Is that what that
means? I want to propose that it is a delicious food. Specifically because of its texture and how it absorbs flavor when cooked with other foods.
Okay.
And flavor, flavor from other foods. Very important to make this food also delicious.
If someone
the hot take is blood is good to eat.
If someone sends us coagulated blood, I'll make a tasting platter of different uses of coagulated
Yeah, if
blood.
someone wants to fucking send it to
work.
us, DM me, and I'll give you my address.
Can you just
we don't have a P.O. box or anything, but if anyone out there is crazy enough to
they
want
cost
to
like
send
$1.
What, coagulated blood?
I just wouldn't know where to find it.
They cost like $1?
No, but they're cheap.
They're not that cheap. I think they're expensive.
I almost
No,
had
you
one. They're
can
really
get
cheap.
it pretty cheap at a Filipino or probably I saw it.
We were talking about
P.O. boxes.
Yeah, also the blood, I'm sure. There is a Filipino town not that far from us in LA, so we could probably get it
True,
somewhat
there's
easily.
more.
Sorry, I just got the hiccups real bad in the middle of that sentence. Anyway, I guess the take is blood is
correct.
I feel like people who want to mail you blood and people who should have your address are two groups that should not overlap.
You know what? That's true. Any truers in the chat?
That's very bad.
I think that's pretty true. Well, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna send us like AIDS blood just to wipe our show off the map.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Are we done?
So now that we know that
With
the take
me?
is
Yes.
that blood is good if you prepare it right. I'm gonna say I don't really have an input on that take because I've never fucking eaten blood.
It needs further,
Yeah,
further
I guess we have to
Yeah.
research. Yeah.
Yeah, more research is required.
I mean, my only thing is that since it's like for me, like a truly great hot take is something that like isn't cultural or anything like that. This is clearly just a perspective of like Americans are not yet enlightened to the
Sorry.
deliciousness.
What is this?
Americans are not yet enlightened to the deliciousness of blood. Dan.
Great show.
Great
Really
show.
good show.
Americans are not yet enlightened to the deliciousness of blood, so it's less of like a controversial opinion and more just like maybe maybe in the future blood will be the new superfood. You could get anyone to eat any fucking thing in this fucking town if you call it a superfood.
I've got
dog shit off the fucking curb if you tell them it would give them muscle mass.
I'm about to super food this conversation away. Sakura, we're gonna have to do some more research before we give you some actual proper feedback on that take, but thank you for sharing some knowledge with us about blood. Thank you for giving us some material, I guess, to use in a future episode where we eat fucking blood. I actually don't know how that would go over with people. I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
A
I have to
Halloween
think-
stream?
We'll just call it Fear Factor.
We could actually do that for Halloween. I'm gonna write that down later. Let's put that in the books. Little
Ooh,
preview,
exciting.
I'll eat blood on Halloween for sure. That's worth it for that. But thank you for joining us and thank you for that take. Anything you want to?
Sorry, it's not extremely hot. I'm not willing to go.
No, it is hot. I've never had anybody come up to me and tell me that they think blood is delicious, so that's a hot take. I just don't know really. I don't really have the frame of reference to rate it on my own, is all. But I appreciate it, and I always
My friends
appreciate
work on it.
what do you fucking. I always appreciate hearing from you, Sakura. Thank you for calling in. Anything you want to shout out before we let you go?
Anything I want to shout out, for anyone looking to network, unfortunately that's the only thing I've thought about this week. Clubhouse is now on Android. If you need a whatever it's called, an invitation, yes, let me know. I have 2. Yeah, very helpful for seeing the shit. Oh my god, the shit that is in that app. But there's also some good stuff. So if you're interested in hilarious shit and listening to some crazy people talk,
if you watch the show, you
getting
don't.
on
Yeah, I mean, if you watch the show, you already get all of that.
Actually, you did bring up a good point. The only thing I've ever thought Clubhouse could be good for, because I think it's a fucking stupid idea, No offense to anyone who enjoys it or speaks on it, but I think it's fucking stupid. The only thing that I've ever thought that it would be fun to do is an episode of this show where we just drop in randomly to any, like, just whatever the fuck we can find on there and just listen to some crazy crackhead shit that's being talked about on Clubhouse. So actually send me one of those if you don't mind.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I will DM you in the Discord because I gotta get your phone number. Oh, in which case I will have your phone. This is gonna be fun. Okay.
So just
will go well.
Just to sum up, what was accomplished in this call is that Z proposed to send you blood, got your dress, and now has your phone number.
Yes.
I actually did just get fucking played.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
That was actually like 5-dimensional chess.
Very smooth.
And now
very
you
powerful.
have every tool that you need to fucking murder me.
Or steal his identity.
That too. But thank you for joining us. Always appreciate hearing from you.
Why would
Sorry,
anyone
you're the
want to
best.
steal Dan's identity? Like, why
They
would you
have
wanna-
before. I got my identity stolen once. They took like it's $8,000 from me.
Oh, that sucks.
I got it back. It's fine.
What?
No, I got
Sir.
this was like I was in college at the time. Someone just hacked one of my accounts and spent like $8,000, but it was like so obviously fraud that they just gave the money right back to
That's
me.
nice.
Good.
But I had to live without any money in my bank account for like 3 days until the bank got it back to me, so that sucked. But yeah, it was just a headache more than anything. Put 2-factor authentication on everything that you have.
It's
the president?
Who? What?
Sorry, I'm reading.
She's talking to the chat.
Oh.
receiving the chat.
Anyway, well, we're going to let Sakura go because we've still got her on the line. Thank you for joining us. Always appreciate hearing from you. And let me know where I can find some fucking blood or something.
All right.
The
sounds good.
Philippines.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you. All right.
To address Crate in the chat, yes, I do. And my only experiences with that show was I worked on it one time. And I walked in, the hosts are both at least 6'5". I think the taller one is 6'9".
It's like Resident Evil 8.
And they...
It's like the YouTube version.
The only, like,
Holy.
interaction I had with them was one of them stuck out... It was pre-COVID. He stuck out his finger and it had blended beef jerky sticks on it and was like, try some. It was haunting. He fed it to everybody on the crew.
It was blended.
It was blended.
So
he like dipped it.
And he just like stuck
He was just like, here you go.
and hit in your mouth.
Yeah.
Huh.
These are
So
things
this is
that...
exactly like Resident Evil.
It's kind of
Yeah.
exactly like
Exactly
Resident Evil 8.
Yeah, I can
It's haunted.
I can picture a scene where you're like strapped into a chair and then he like gets all up like
Hand
close
fed.
in your face and is like, eat this. He like shoves it into your mouth.
Oh, you can
Slim
picture that
Jims.
scene? Is it because it was in Resident Evil 7 and the exact same fucking thing happened in that game?
Yep, exactly.
It was just Slim Jims in a blender.
Oh.
It tasted
He's
like
not
it
eating
was
it, Jack! He's not eating it!
Now I'm just imagining the Rhett and Link. Thank you. I was like, what the fuck are
Those are the guys.
funny bearded men's names? I just know them as the goofy.
Well,
bearded
certainly
men
not Dan.
with the
No.
swoopy hair. They're like me, but boomers. I feel like they're.
and
much-
taller.
I actually get compared to them
And
sometimes.
He's not eating it, Red! He's not eating it!
It-
Shut the hell up, Link!
When I was streaming Valorant and there were like fuck tons of people in the chat, like just randos coming in all the time. That was like a weird flex. I didn't mean it to be, but the point is like when there were like lots of people watching this channel unintentionally, because I had drops enabled when the beta was happening. Long story if you were not there for that, but at one point, or it was like a very common thing for people to come in and be like, haha, Harry Potter man. Like, yes, yeah, I don't
That's
look
true.
like him, but that's cool. And then the second one was always, shit, I can't remember. Never mind. Hold on, I can't
It's
remember.
all over.
There was
Has
another.
Dan finished a single thought?
There was
in this
another one that
episode?
was really common, and then the third one was why this dude looked like Rhett and Link. But they never tell me which one. But to be fair, I don't know what either of them really look like.
I think
so
they look the same as what
They-
we're
I feel like
do.
I probably look like a combination of the two of them
One
put
of them's
together.
just taller, which my last favorite fact about that one day I worked
You
on
do
that
look,
show
yeah,
is that
you do look like Rhett and Link.
Yeah.
there's no human tall enough to be a stand-in for Red, who's like 6'9" or whatever. So they have a stick entitled the Red Stick that is his height that has like a little face on it, and it's just like this giant stick that lives in a corner
It's actually kind of genius.
Yeah.
because he's just inhumanly tall.
Anyway, I'm done plugging their shit. They're successful. They don't need it. We've got a couple people in the waiting room. Crit has been here for a while, so I'm going to bring Crit in first if you're ready to speak. If you're ready to communicate with us, Crit. You're now here. Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
What up, Crit? Thank you for joining us. Always appreciate having you here.
Always appreciate being on.
Hell fucking yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, rate this episode so far.
I like the blood talk, so 8 out of 10.
Oh, hey, that's way better than I
That's a
expected.
pretty good one. I expected this to not be that good, so thank you. That's really
It's
helped
very
my
kind.
confidence a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because he really needs help in that department.
Oh, I do. Look at me. I'm ugly. I don't know.
Finally, you
No
had a
comment.
truthful statement in
Danny
this
stole
episode.
my jokes.
Well, thank you for joining us. How are you doing, Crit?
I'm doing pretty good.
It's been a
Pretty
few
good.
weeks since we talked to you. I actually don't even, when was the last time we took calls? I know you called in sort of recently, but it's been a while since we.
It was the last time we took calls.
Yeah, it was.
Sure was.
I didn't
It
realize.
was on the variety show.
I didn't realize we haven't done hot takes since January.
Oh, yeah.
I thought we had did it recently, which is why I hadn't done one in a while. And then I looked back and I was like, when was the last one? Oh, it's fucking January. That's why we're doing it tonight. Also, because I didn't have time to prepare anything. I was too busy doing
Great show.
Coffee Breath sessions. Crit, just hold on for a second.
No.
I was too busy preparing for Coffee Breath sessions tomorrow night, Saturday, May 15th, 8 p.m. Pacific. Actually live a little bit earlier than that for a pre-show, but the action really kicks off then. Bunch of homies, bunch of talented fighting game players, and friends from the world of video games will be here competing in some Guilty Gear Strive for charity. All the proceeds from the duration of that stream will go to a charity of the winner's choice. There's also going to be a bunch of other fun stuff that we're doing there. So if you enjoy fighting games, definitely tune in. Even if you don't, I think this is going to be an entertaining thing to watch, even if you don't really know what's going on. We're really trying to make it more of a house party than it is a video game tournament. So if you like what we do here, imagine like
Worse.
twice. Imagine like double the people, and there's video games involved, and more alcohol than usual.
Worse.
And Theo's there.
Yeah.
Theo won't be
No,
there.
Theo won't be
Theo's
there.
not
there.
Theo
Oh.
won't be there.
I'm escaping.
But anyway.
Please, your hot take after now the dance done.
Yeah, sorry, you
Oh.
just came in and right at the wrong time. I had to
You
plug
like
that.
it.
chose that
I
time.
Yeah.
understand having to plug.
All
Yeah.
of this was under your control.
Did
you
I
have
ask?
not plugged.
I actually just want to know if I asked.
Mhm.
Crit,
Hot takes.
did he ask?
What's your hot take?
My hot take is Digimon is a better franchise than Pokemon.
Ooh.
That's interesting.
No, I like this. I like this. I like
Let's
this.
hear your thoughts on why before any of us speak on.
Well, mainly this is mainly about the anime, I should say, because the games depends on just what type of games you like. But I think in terms of anime from a monster fighting perspective, Digimon has stronger themes, stronger elements, and better characters. But the best part about Digimon is that it's an anthology, so if there's characters you don't like, they're going to be gone by the next season of Digimon. If you don't like Ash, you're stuck with Ash for the entire franchise.
That's fair. He
I'm-
is kind of a Mary Sue.
I'm with
He's
you.
the exact opposite of Mary Sue. He's a fucking
he?
failure.
My
Yeah, he's literally the failure.
my argument was gonna be that Digimon games are more inconsistent than Pokemon games. But I'm with you there on the idea of it being a better anime property. I think that the Digimon anime, especially in the beginning, was really good. The Digimon movie is still like excellent. Like it holds up well. That's a great movie.
And I will say this: the last Digimon adventure movie they made, the last Evolution in Kizuna, is better than any Pokemon movie has ever been. And I will die on that hill.
Counterpoint. The Entei one.
That one's good, but
I mean, yeah,
It did
that's
not make it. That one did not break me like the last Digimon movie broke
well,
me.
I know that you're. That's the thing. Like Tamers, and none of you guys are gonna give shit. Digimon Tamers is actually has some pedigree. It's written by the creator of Serial Experiment Lane, which is like one of the most beloved and most like it is one of the most legitimizing anime. I would argue. Like a lot of people in the West, when they see Lane, they're like, "Oh, I get the appeal of anime. It's art and it's incredible, and the stories they tell are great." I think Digimon in general just has more respect for storytelling, and you do like they hired that guy and he wrote a cosmic horror story more or less.
literally, it is inspired by H.P. Lovecraft.
Which is amazing, by the way. I need to watch more of it. It was recommended
Is
to me
that
by.
the
Yeah.
newer
I'm pretty sure
No,
recommended
it's-
to you by me.
It was recommended to me by you and by another friend who that's actually on her 5x5 like favorite anime of all time, and she like works in anime. She watches like everything.
Ooh.
So that's kind of a big deal, but no, it's not that recent. It's one. It was in our childhoods, but it didn't. I don't think it aired in America because I think it was deemed too scary, or it was heavily edited.
That sounds right.
I've always
It
appreciated.
was aired on Jetix.
Okay,
at least
it
from
was.
my memory.
Yeah, because I specifically remember Frontier airing on Jetix, but I thought that was the first one that aired on Jetix.
Let's just pass over Frontier because it ruins my entire argument of the anime being better.
I liked Frontier as a kid, but I was a kid.
I've always
I love
respected
furry and I do not
Digimon.
like Frontier. You think
They turn
that was
into
my favorite
that's true.
season.
They do turn into their Digimons.
I've
Like
always
Animorphs.
respected Digimon's willingness to experiment. It's like Pokemon is notorious for playing it safe. I feel like to a fault.
It
And
do
almost
just do the same thing.
yeah. Pokemon one of the biggest flaws of Pokemon as a property is how safe they make all of their media. But I do feel like Digimon is really interesting in the way that they actually experiment with stuff pretty frequently, and sometimes it's a flop, but sometimes they get something really good out of it. Like
Cyber Sleuth.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth is like a fucking sick game. That game rips.
It's basically a
And-
Persona game. Like
Yeah.
it's really good.
I never played the second one, but the first one is really
Yeah.
fucking good.
I played like halfway through the second one. I like Hacker's Memory. I don't think it's as strong as Cyber Sleuth, but they did do a lot of streamlining on like the gameplay and stuff but
I mean, in terms of the hot take on paper, just thinking about your statement, the raw statement.
The words in order.
I do think it's hard to say that overall it's better because I think Pokemon has some flaws in its content for sure, but it's more consistent. Pokemon is consistently good, and Digimon has some banger shit that they put out, and then some fucking dog water stuff that they put out.
Well,
I mean,
according to our
Pokemon does
Pokemon
have some
tier
dog water
list,
every once
Yeah,
in a while.
Pokemon has some dog water too. That's
There's
the thing.
clearly some dog water.
That's true.
Like
I
I mean, we
We
had
had
a
a dog
dog
water
water
tier.
tier. Yeah.
we did.
there were
I-
things in it.
There
I
were
feel
lots of
like
things in it.
Digimon is just
There were a
like
lot of
so
things.
variable in terms of like what you're getting when you look. Like you could pick any random piece of Digimon media and it's either gonna be fucking sick or really bad. But if you close your eyes and grab a random piece of Pokemon media,
You're gonna get
it's-
something that's probably okay.
yeah, it's guaranteed to be probably okay. So I guess it depends on your preference in that sort of way.
It's becoming more of a philosophy of do you prefer having higher highs or a more consistent plateau?
My personal stance, and I mean like my stance on a lot of things is usually like I like consistency. That's generally, I mean, it depends on either the level of the high and the level of the low, or like how consistent it is. Like
You want to talk about Kingdom Hearts then?
no,
Yeah,
no.
that Kingdom Hearts Kingdom Hearts is really consistently bad. So that's
Kingdom Hearts is
true.
consistently
That's
bad.
true.
Well, like for example, like I still think that of the N64 Zeldas, I still prefer Ocarina of Time because it's more consistent. Even though Majora's Mask has some banger moments, like truly like tear-inducing moments for a lot of people. Whereas like if we're talking about like more recent games, like a lot of my favorite games from recently were really mixed bags. Like I talk a lot about Death Stranding on other sites, and that's a really
You have literally
We
played
don't let
Metal
him
Gear
speak
Solid
to
5
you.
like 20 times.
Yeah,
only
but-
4 times. But that's the big thing. Someone did mention the cultural relevance, but I ultimately think
Yeah.
like here's the thing: culture moves on. There might be an era in which, and this is unimaginable, but there might be an era in which people suddenly decide Pokemon ain't it. Pokemon doesn't matter.
But-
It's all Digimon.
It's
And,
never
like-
gonna happen.
And
Yeah, I
it's
don't
it's
think
not,
it
but like
occurs like
theoretically, I don't think that we can say that cultural relevance can determine quality.
Yeah,
I think it
agree
can.
with that.
I
agree
think it
with
can
that.
determine. It can determine relevancy, and it can also determine staying power.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Digimon has stayed. It's not as big, but it stayed long enough to impress.
I
And
do
to
just
move on.
believe.
So if we're arguing cultural relevance, then that means that Glee is one the biggest and best shows in the universe, and I don't think we want to argue that point.
No,
We could also argue that Lost is the greatest television show in history, and I say that now that Parks isn't here.
Yes, well, on the topic, Quest, thanks for joining us. Parks is not dead from MSI. He just had a commitment with a friend tonight, so he's out. That's why.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, that's why we've got less
second string over
funny
here.
Parks here. Just kidding. that was a joke. You're funnier than Parks.
I thought
Both
less
of
funny
those
parts
are
was
so
Miles.
mean.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, there's no one
No,
less
it's
funny
me.
than Parks.
There's no one less funny than
So
Parks.
mean. I don't want this compliment. I've only seen like 5 episodes of Digimon when I was a kid in Korea, watching it Korean subbed.
It was pretty big in Korea, wasn't it?
It was.
I know that
but
it was like
Pokemon
bigger
was
there.
bigger.
Well,
Oh,
Pokemon
it was?
has always been
Pokemon's
big.
always
Yeah,
bigger.
and also, from what I remember, all the Digimon were really ugly, and the Pokemon were really cute.
I will
The
say,
Digimon
I don't.
were fucked up though. Like they were crazy.
I will say I
remember-
don't like Digimon names, and I don't really like a lot of
the
Digimon
names
designs.
and the designs. I didn't want to look at them longer. I didn't want to hug them, and I didn't want to purchase their merch,
And therefore it didn't
and
matter.
therefore I didn't like it. So
You have clearly never seen Terriermon then. The
No.
cuddliest
yes,
motherfucker alive.
Terriermon.
This is a huge
That's-
problem. This is a huge problem
Next
that Digimon
episode,
has.
draw Digimon from memory.
This is a huge problem that Digimon has, where you could name a Mon, and I would be like, I
Are
remember.
they called Mons?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
all
called Mons.
great.
yeah.
oh, they're all called Mon.
I
but
could.
word Mon.
If you told me
Oh.
Agumon, I could remember Agumon.
I was
could
trying
draw,
to think of what his name was.
I could draw
I
Agumon from
couldn't.
memory, and I could draw Renamon because porn has ruined our lives collectively.
Is that the
That's
angel
fair.
one?
No, it's
No, okay.
it's the one that Crit used to always fucking post in my Discord. It's
Don't
like
need to know any more about
it's like
that.
the fox. It's like a yellow fox. It looks like Pikachu.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I know that
If
one.
Pikachu and Lopunny had a kid,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah, it's kind of thick, right?
yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
it's the
See,
it's the
this
sexy
is-
one.
This is just proving my point.
Yeah. I
But
only remember Digimon as not Pokemon.
Yeah.
As worse Pokemon.
They're
I remember
Pokemon,
the-
but ugly.
I remember the turnip
I
one.
stand by that.
I remember the turnip one. She was cute, like the turnip.
Yeah. See,
Oh
this,
yeah.
Why
No,
did-
they had some bangers. They actually
Yeah.
did. They were just on some Shin Megami Tensei shit with like some just fucking fucked up monsters, like putting like some absolute fucking demons in a fucking
Yeah.
children's property.
Okay, but important question. Does Pokemon have guns?
Pokemon does not have guns, and
Digimon has canonical guns all over the fucking place.
I've always been disappointed by the lack of guns in Pokemon.
But there's
Um,
like Solar Beam.
Blastoise has guns on his
Blastoise
back.
He does
I
have
guess.
guns.
No, like literally just a pistol.
Just a gun, just like a
Like,
gun.
with
Is
a little
there,
gun.
is there
There
I
is
guess-
a no. There is a
There is a gun
revolver
for
in the
fun.
Pokemon anime.
Is
In
there?
the early
Yeah.
seasons of the
Yeah.
Pokemon anime, a guy does have a revolver.
I
That was
just-
dubbed out though.
It was dubbed out, but it still happened.
Well, anyway, let's rate the take. I think it's a.
Those are all fake mon. You're not
Oh,
gonna
okay.
get anything.
Yeah, you're just gonna get Pokemon Gun.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work.
Great. Sorry, I'm really
Um,
good at the internet.
Listen, it's good enough, Sakura.
I think
Basically a gun.
it's a hot take, but I think there's some base to it. I think this take has is based in reality and based in good opinion.
I would just say the take is based in general. To be perfectly
I wouldn't
honest.
say it's a based take.
I think it's based because
But-
it's controversial, but I think, like it or hate it, they spit in facts.
They spit in
They
facts,
spit in
like
facts.
it or hate
Like-
it. You know what? I can't argue with that.
Yeah, because ultimately, like, I do think that Digimon has sort of legitimized itself as a more artistic property. There's some really great Pokemon movies. I do have to disagree that like with the Pokemon movie assertion. I think that there's some really powerful moments in those. But I think generally speaking, like, you could pick more of Digimon off the shelf and you would see more quality and more thought. Like, I do think that the greatest thing to come out of Pokemon in the last decade was the Sun and Moon anime, and that was a long, long road to get there.
Yeah, and also Mewtwo's thick ass thighs.
That's true.
That's the best thing to come out of
Mewtwo
Pokemon.
was like thick representation when we needed it the most.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when everyone
Crit,
else
you make
was
fun
too
of me
afraid.
on this show?
When everyone else was too afraid to draw their
It's true.
alien monsters
Back
thick
when
as hell
back
in the
when
thigh
media was
department.
trying to tell
You
us
have
to
clearly
see
not been on the
Hillary Duff
internet
is
on
fat.
the side of internet
We
I
needed
can't be
Mewtwo.
on.
You know.
I Crit. You know what? I respect you to death, but that's not the side of the internet I want to be on.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's the other thing. I will say that Pokemon pussied out with Deoxys. They retroactively were like, we got to make them thinner. We got to make them thinner. Every Pokemon.
No, he just has to go into defensive mode, and he's thick as hell. He's built thick.
Stance.
I miss thick Pikachu.
Oh, I
do
love
too.
Pikachu.
Make
Pikachu is cute.
Hashtag make Pikachu fat again.
Make
Yeah.
Pikachu fat again.
Crit, thanks for joining us. It was a hot take. I appreciate it. That was a pretty good take.
Yeah, I like that.
It caused
Thank you.
lot of good, interesting conversation, and so thank you for that. Always appreciate you and your support of this show and having you call in. Always great to speak with you. Anything you want to plug before we let you go?
I have started streaming recently on my
Woo!
Twitch at Crit Success Nerd. So if you want to check that out, I do just variety streams.
They're in the chat. You can click the link. Follow right from here.
I think you can post a link in the chat. I think you can. If you get banned, I'll unban you. But try to post a link in the chat.
All right, one second.
You're taking a risk here.
This is bait. This is absolute bait right now.
Dan's trying to
I'm
like
going-
lessen.
I'm going to be totally banned right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to thin out our chat a little bit. Okay,
Hey!
yeah, see, there you go. Okay, yeah, that's Crit's Twitch link there. Go ahead and
Give that
drop
a follow.
follow,
They're
yeah.
great. They're great.
Yep.
I do
But-
a variety of streams from like Dead by Daylight to like Pokemon and various other shit.
Well, you were
whenever
doing
I feel
Mass
like
Effect
streaming.
too for a while. I remember.
Sorry, what?
You were doing Mass Effect for a while. I remember, right?
I did like one stream of it,
Did
but
one
I'm like,
stream? Okay.
I'm not good at story-based games like that.
That's fair. It's
On
hard
stream.
to stream those, especially without like a chat who's kind of who's
Yeah.
able to hold things, because you got to entertain your chat if you're like on the side of like the viewership that we get. Whereas like if you're kind of a big person, you can just focus on the game and your chat entertains itself. So
No,
Yeah.
our chat, they're kind of different. I don't know. I
This
wouldn't.
chat just makes fun of y'all.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That's all they
They don't-
do.
They don't
Yeah,
use-
I can just talk and completely just ignore. There are some episodes where I'm barely looking at the chat because we're just focused on something else, and they have
But it
plenty
is
of
different.
fun just making fun of me.
It's different for a story game, I guess.
Well,
Oh, it
fair.
is. I don't like doing story-based games on streams. But anyway, Crit, thank you for joining us. Always appreciate having you. Thanks for being here every week. And check out their Twitch channel in the chat right there.
It's right there.
Twitch.tv/Crit Success Nerd. Have a good one, Crit.
Bye.
Thanks for being
You
here,
too.
and we'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Hold on,
Okay.
my mouse died. Okay,
Bye.
bye.
I keep having this problem
They're
where when I'm
great.
trying to direct conversation to the caller, I'm speaking to the speaker.
You're looking at
You
it.
make
Not-
eye
Yeah.
contact with
You
the
make
fucking
eye
I
contact
speaker.
with
make
the
I
speaker.
look at it, yes.
Yeah.
Damn, that's really different.
We all gotta look at it now.
I mean, I've done enough.
You guys see
stroking of it
Mitchell
from
versus the
evening that I
Machines?
feel
They're
like I have
temperamental.
to.
I realized we should have some kind of like full screen thing for the speaker. I don't know. I'm gonna fuck with that in the future. Maybe we start letting people, not tonight, but maybe sometime we let people turn on their webcams. I
Oh
don't know.
Yeah.
boy.
Oh boy.
We've actually never had a bad call in the history of this show. So I would be willing to trust our audience, but that's a
If
conversation.
you want to be
Alright,
our
but
first bad call,
don't
check
turn
out
on your webcams tonight.
twitch.tv/coffeebreath.
I mean, you can turn it on, but we won't
Well,
see
we
it.
won't see you.
So
Or
whatever.
I put some googly eyes on the speaker.
Oh, you
Oh,
could.
that would
Wait,
be fun.
Where's
Oh, that's
Brad?
true.
Where's Brad?
Where's Brad?
Oh, Brad, we threw him away, didn't we?
You threw
I don't
Brad
know.
away?
Yeah, someone put them in.
Brad's somewhere.
Someone put Brad in their mouth. And
Anyway.
No.
Anyway.
Before we have another caller in the waiting room, DJ Steve McQueen. We'll bring you in a second. Thank you for waiting and being patient. Really appreciate that. But we'll bring you on in just one sec. Fellas out there in the chat, all the fellas in the chat tonight, everyone, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate having you here. If you want to call in and provide us with a hot take, you can type !call in the chat. It'll give you instructions on how to call in and what to do. It's very simple. You just join our Discord, and then there's a waiting room channel, and you wait in there until we're ready for you, and then I take care of the rest. That's it. Very simple process if you'd like to give us a hot take. If you're not comfortable speaking on the phone, you can also drop your hot take in the chat, and we'll react to it when we have a chance, when there's like a break in the conversation.
Yeah.
We'll read some chat hot
We
takes
always like
as
doing
well.
a chat hot take. Those are fun and kind
So
of
if you're not able to call in or not comfortable doing so, drop some... Oh, fuck off.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you maybe later on for some High School Musical 2.
Yeah, she's alive.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring it up.
That's good to know. I'm glad that you're okay. But yes, if you want to drop some hot takes in the chat as well, if you're not ready to call them in. Yeah, Crit and I talked earlier. Even before we were doing the Coffeebreath show, they had an absolutely heinous take one time about dipping Oreos in water.
Aye.
That was
To
my
soften them.
That was the
that was
first conversation I ever had with.
I think
Crit.
that was officially the worst take too, right? Like
Yeah,
that we've ever
was.
had? Yeah.
We
I
gave
think so.
them some kind of prize.
We
for
gave them a
that take.
sub for that as the prize.
No, I think it was wasn't it like a gift card or something? I don't know. We used to do it differently.
I don't think we ever got them a.
Oh,
we
okay,
got
it was
them
a
a
sub. It was
I
a
was
sub.
like,
Okay. But yeah, Crit famously ruined the hot takes bit by coming onto the show one time before.
Came on too strong.
Before it was the Coffeebreath Show, called in and said, it's really good if you dip your Oreos in water. And we had like an hour-long conversation about why that's so fucked up and gross.
Yeah, we had a lot of debate about like you could just leave it out in the sun and it gets or not in the sun, like leave it out on the counter and it gets softer because like that's how ice cream places do it. Like it was a whole thing.
I feel like there's
okay,
not
sorry.
much
The take
debate.
was dipping it in water is better than milk. Doesn't really change.
That doesn't
it.
help anything. Does not
No,
help
not very
anything.
different. It's not better. Personally,
Consider
I don't think
orange juice.
No.
And Oreo?
No.
My dad
Liz,
used-
wait.
I've never done it.
Quick Liz check. Are
I've
you
never
fucking
done it.
good?
No, I just was trying to think of something that would be worse than dipping it in water.
Oh, worse.
I don't
yeah.
like Oreos.
My dad
Um,
used to mix his cereal with orange juice because he was lactose intolerant and we didn't have milk alternatives. So
That's
Maybe
a
he could have just
valid.
ate it dry.
No, there's two really easy solutions to that is to buy non-dairy
Well, we
milk
didn't have
or
non-dairy
just eat it
alternatives.
dry.
I think
Soy
the
milk
easiest.
has been a thing for many.
Have
many
you ever
Not for
told
my
them?
parents,
Have you ever told them to put
apparently.
coagulated blood?
Sorry,
in
did they not have
cereal?
grocery stores in San Diego? Did they not have those down
Soy
there?
milk existed.
That's not a new
Back it up.
invention. That's
Back
not,
it
just
up.
for, not for
Kathy's
my parents.
Back around the time of quinceanera.
yeah, Kathy. That's true. Kathy's elderly. She was born in the
True.
quinceanera era.
Speaking of
The
soy,
quinceanera.
Parks will be back next week.
Jesus Christ. Well, speaking of things that are back right now,
Or-
oh
there it
wait,
is.
wrong button. The Coffee Breath
Uh-oh.
merch store open. Check out these tees, including the new Coffee Breath Sessions tee. If you're gonna be joining us tomorrow night, might want to rep that tee. That's a really good look right there. Thank you, Crit, for dropping the merch link in the chat. Look at that. It's not even hard anymore. Now you just go to coffeebreathmerch.com. It used to be so hard. There used to be so many steps. I made it easier for you. Made it easier for you to spend your money on me. That's what I did for you
True.
guys out there tonight. But thank you
We
all
don't
for
get
joining us.
any.
Always appreciate it. And if you haven't heard, if you just joined us now, tune in tomorrow night, Coffee Breath Sessions, live Saturday night at 8 p.m. Pacific. Stream's going to start a little bit earlier. If you're a real Coffee Breath head, you'll be in the chat early for the pre-show.
Don't please eat me ever again.
Charity tournament.
Dan
tomorrow night.
plugging is like having "Happy Birthday" sung to you,
It
where
is.
you just have
You
to
have to sit there.
You just have to sit there.
It's called
and let
being
it,
on the show.
let it
Sorry,
wash
you're not
over you.
professionals and you can't
Maybe
handle a
maybe
fucking
you should
plug.
let me plug sometime. I did
No,
a good
you're
job last
fucking
time.
bad at it.
I did a great job last time. Remember?
Actually, you did better
That
than
was Parks. Parks did a shit
Parks
job.
is bad at plugging.
Parks is terrible at plugging. Speaking of soy, we have another caller
Yeah.
coming in.
No, wait, that's mean. We're being too mean to Parks, guys. He's not here to defend himself. I
That's
don't like
true.
to bully people who aren't here to defend themselves, especially little bitches like Parks.
He pays money on purpose to live in
He
this.
pays
in
money
this
to
place.
live here.
He's not gonna
He
watch
does on
this.
purpose.
And if he does, it's gonna be so funny.
Yeah.
If he watches this, it's gonna be fucking
Well, it's
hilarious.
funny because he gets mad. It's
Yeah.
funny because he gets
He's
really
gonna
mad.
in like 2 weeks from now, he's gonna be like really high and bored or something. He's gonna come into my room and be like, "I can't believe you said that about me,"
Yeah.
and that's gonna be all
Well,
worth it.
what's also really funny? This is what I love about Parks, because I love Parks. But what is funny about Parks to me too is that if you get him mad, he will like try and turn it around on you and like explain why. He's like Huey Emmerich from the Phantom Bane, where he's like, "No, that's not a me problem. That's a you problem." Like if you say his taste in music is too white, he'll be like, "No, your taste in music is too white because you like this one song." That's like his whole thing. Is he'll just try to throw it back at you. And it never works.
He's
it never
playing
works.
six-dimensional chess. And
He's
honestly,
playing-
it's impressive.
He's playing 6-dimensional chess, but we're like, dude, we're playing checkers. Calm
Anyway,
down.
I'm trying to play DJ Steve McQueen. You're live.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Howdy.
How's it going?
Hey,
howdy.
thanks for joining us. How are you?
Not too bad. How are all you doing over there? It's gotta be way, way nicer over there than on the horrible, horrible East Coast where I'm stuck.
I feel like are you in Boston? I feel like we've talked about this before.
Upstate New York, so even worse.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Alright.
bad. I went there like one time in my life, and I was like, dude, people fucking live here.
Got
That's
pretty big
fucked
hills.
up.
Damn, bitch, you live like this?
Yeah, that's what I felt like the only time I ever went to upstate New York. I remember it's because I briefly for a moment of time considered going to a school there, and I like drove to see that school, and I drove from Boston to there.
Yeah.
So you went
And-
like an hour.
No, that's like
No, it's like by train. By train,
No,
it takes like 3 hours
I've done
to
it.
get
It's like 3 or 4 hours.
there. Yeah.
no, to drive to the like deep upstate New York from Massachusetts, it was over 6 hours.
I've looped from Burlington through and down and back around.
Oh, that's way easier.
It's-
Yeah.
Anyway,
But
yeah.
it was a lovely day here, I
It was
think.
it was
a
kind of
beautiful
cold.
day.
It was like 65.
Don't give
it
me
wasn't.
that.
I was walking outside. I was sweating
It was
nuts.
toasty.
I was sweating nuts.
I thought it was cold.
I was walking outside sweating nuts.
I was hauling my 24 beers.
Yeah, I was sweating nuts.
We do have a question allegedly.
Oh,
for
yeah,
Steve Queen.
Yes,
Michelle
hello.
has a question for you.
Have the cicadas
Oh, have
emerged?
they emerged?
I haven't heard any
They
yet
haven't
over
fucked
here.
in
If they
so
do come
long.
out, my windows are open, so you'll probably hear them here too.
Oh
but
my God.
I haven't noticed any. Also, I'm
Apparently-
guessing you said 6 hours from Boston. It wouldn't happen to be Rochester, was it?
It was, yeah. I was
Yeah.
going. I almost
It was
went
to
to.
Ithaca, right?
I almost went to Ithaca. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Gross.
I
Ooh,
applied
Ithaca,
there, but I
bougie.
simply didn't visit because it didn't seem worth it.
Yeah,
that
it was not.
It was
worth
that was
it.
one of 2 colleges that I got into that I was actually interested in going to.
Yeah, it came. We all, or the 3 of us, not Kathy, met.
Kathy
by
went
going
into a real career that
Yeah.
will be lucrative, but she's a scab as well.
She's
so.
also ancient, so
Yeah.
it was way before her time, or way before our time.
It was
but we
easier to
all-
get back into college in the 70s when she was
Yeah.
alive.
The 3 of us went to Emerson
Am I not
College
so
in
high?
Boston.
Yeah, yeah.
She's
oh,
a phantom.
oh, this is a really bad time for you to find out. You've been Bruce Willis this whole time. I mean,
I don't from.
Anyway.
Yes, she got it. She got it.
I got this.
Good answer.
I don't know what the fuck is going on. Anyway, Steve, thanks for joining us from the absolutely atrocious part of New York. How are you doing?
You already asked that.
Oh,
Dude.
fuck! I already. You
Get
know
it
what?
together. What's your
hot take?
Steve? Stop looking at the speaker.
Who are you talking to, yourself?
Liz, check.
No
Can we
good.
get a Cruella check, please?
No bueno.
Liz is losing it. She's going Joker mode.
She's going Joker mode.
She's
Hey,
popping her
Approaching girl
V trigger.
boss.
She's activating her Cruella mode.
I'm approaching girl boss.
All right. Anyway.
Girl boss ascension.
Hey guys, I want to hear Steve's take. We're being so rude talking over Steve.
What's your take, please?
This is the content we're all here for anyway, the Coffeebreath crew. But
Thank you.
anyway.
Always appreciate you, Steve. Thank you for your support on the show. Let's hear the hot take.
backwards.
So there have been a number of James Bond movies that have been coming out and are still coming out. However, they all suck compared to anything with Pierce Brosnan in it. Pierce Brosnan is the one
Hard
true
agree.
James Bond.
Yeah.
Daniel
Okay.
Craig, garbage in comparison.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't think Daniel Craig is bad, but I do hard agree that Pierce Brosnan is the only one that matters.
He's got like a little je ne sais quoi.
He's just a pimp. Like, there's no
Yeah.
other way to
Is
describe it.
he-
He's a pimp.
Is he the one? Is he the
He's
one?
the one in GoldenEye.
I've
and-
never seen that.
Okay.
He's the pre.
Is there?
Fella.
Goldfinger.
The
as well.
90s
Yeah.
one.
Is there a
The one
movie
from your
where
time.
one of the opening scenes is he comes out in like a snorkel suit? I don't know.
No, I think
I've
that's
actually
I
not
think that's
really seen it.
That's Metal Gear Solid.
yeah. No, I was about to say I think that's Sean Connery, but
Great.
Uh,
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that
that's
is
a Sean
Sean.
Connery.
You're thinking
Yeah.
of Sean Connery.
Counterpoint,
yeah, you're
the
also
best,
thinking of Metal Gear Solid.
So I've seen 5 minutes of a Sean Connery Bond and 2.
2 minutes of Metal Gear Solid,
Yeah,
yes.
2 minutes of Metal Gear Solid, and I like Daniel Craig. I think he's very handsome.
Yeah, I would like.
You
I
are
would
coming
like
at this from a
Knives-
very different perspective.
I
than the
am. I'm
rest of
coming
us.
at this
Michelle-
at pure aesthetics.
To
Yeah.
Michelle's point, I would like Knives Out to just be Mamma Mia 3.
Yes,
I think that would be powerful.
Wait, was Daniel
Yes,
Craig
I
in Mamma
love
Mia?
that.
No,
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 he
that's
was
Pierce
in
Brosnan.
Yes,
Brosnan.
to be. Exactly.
Oh,
We
okay.
need another
Needs to
James
be.
Bond in Mamma
He was
Mia.
in Knives Out.
But
They are doing
Pierce
a nice
Brosnan
job, too.
was Pierce Brosnan in Mamma Mia? Is that
Yeah.
where that came from?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Kathy
that's-
just likes Daniels. That's true.
For some
That's
reason that we
absolutely
have
not
yet to
true.
understand. Somehow.
Give him a kiss. Give him a kiss.
No.
Give him a kiss.
No.
No.
Can't do that. That's
It's
we'll
illegal.
get banned.
That's a
We'll
little
get
gay, yeah. It's a little
See,
gay to get a kiss from a woman, yeah.
I think the best James Bond.
Yes, no, I want to
is-
see a Ryan Johnson musical.
Oh God.
I think all movies should be musicals. That's my hot take.
Have you ever seen a Ryan Johnson film?
Yeah, I saw Knives Out.
Oh, Knives Out is... I have not seen Knives Out. I hear that one's really
It's
good.
very good.
I'm not a
It
big...
is actually a good movie.
I'm not a big Ryan Johnson guy because I actually don't like Looper as much as most people do.
I think
he
Knives
makes-
Out 2 should be a musical.
He's really good at making poo poo, but he's also really good at making not poo poo.
Well, I think we all mostly agree on Last Jedi, right? That one's not.
Oh,
a
that
winner.
movie's dog water.
Yeah,
It's
that
one of
one's
the
not a
worst
winner.
films I've ever seen.
Um,
but like Brick is an incredible movie.
I've never seen Brick. Looper, I know, is really popular, but I'm not a big fan.
No
of it.
one has ever seen this movie Brick. I've never met a human being who has heard of this movie called Brick. It's directed by Ryan Johnson. I feel like it was like 2010.
Steve, anytime you want to interject
It
with any
stars-
Oh
other
no,
stuff,
that's a
James
hot
Bond.
take. That Last Jedi is top 3 Star
Don't
Wars.
Yeah,
fucking
wait.
Crick. Get the fuck out my channel. I'm gonna ban you for that. I don't even care that much about Star Wars, but fuck that take.
I
Who
mean,
do
well,
you
so
think should
Pierce
be the
Brosnan,
next James
though.
Bond?
Yeah.
I think it should be
Who
Steve
should be
McQueen.
the next guy?
I think it should be Steve.
Steve.
Hey, Steve, you know what I wanted to say while you were speaking what I was thinking? You have a great radio voice.
You do.
It's
You
true.
have a really good voice.
I actually did used to be. This is where the DJ and DJ Steve McQueen comes
Oh.
from. Used to be a radio DJ.
There you go.
That makes
That
sense.
actually
Makes
so
sense.
much makes sense. I can imagine the chat is thinking this too, just hearing your voice. Like, can you intro a track for us?
No, you know what? We need him to plug.
Can you
Daniel
do a
J.
plug,
Sessions
and then
tomorrow.
We could
That's
just
true.
clip that and then
Can we
just
get a-
reuse
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
so he
wait.
doesn't have to
All right,
do
Steve,
it.
I'm gonna bring up the Coffeebreath Sessions logo. You just plug it real quick, okay? Just plug it. Go.
All right. Chat, be sure to tune in tomorrow, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern for Coffee Breath Sessions, a completely new format here on the Coffee Breath channel. We got charity fighting games, we got a house party, we got maybe a little bit of Theo in the background. Come by, hang out, it is gonna be fantastic.
Good answer.
Steve, you're fucking sick.
Good
You
answer.
killed it. You
Well,
killed it. That
but-
was fucking awesome.
Let's get back to the Pierce Brosnan thing.
Yeah,
too,
sorry,
as well.
I ran that off the rails, but it was
Yeah.
worth it, baby.
Yeah, it was really good. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan was great in Mamma Mia, and Daniel Craig wasn't.
Pierce
in Mamma
Brosnan
Mia.
is great in everything
So-
that he's in because he's a pimp.
Well, he's great at Mamma Mia until he sings, and then it's all
Yeah.
over.
Oh, that's true.
That's
He's
true.
Then it's all
really
over.
bad.
But is he as bad as Russell Crowe?
Yeah.
Oh
Or-
no, really?
No,
Oh.
have you
Arguably
seen
worse.
Mamma Mia?
I saw it on a cruise once, and I was a
Okay.
child.
Because there's
so
something
bad.
really different about that movie where they should have done something different. Like they let Pierce Brosnan sing.
And they shouldn't
And-
have.
They should have.
It's not just like he did an okay job. It's like, no, this is like really bad.
It
Like,
ruins his whole
I
allure.
can't believe this is like
Yeah.
a like top tier like maximum budget like studio movie musical.
And they let him do this.
And they let him sing instead of just dubbing his voice with a different
Well, it's
singer.
because
It's
the
not hard.
entire production, they were all drunk.
That is.
Oh,
That makes sense.
they
all
sent
of
them
them
to
the whole
sent
time.
them to Greece, right? That's what
But
Yeah,
you
they
couldn't
said
just.
they
It's
partied
so
all the time.
easy in post to just have somebody
Yes.
dub his voice. Like that's such an easy.
I could have
fix
done it.
that you didn't have to do right then and there. Like you could have done it later on. It
Bold
wasn't
of you
even
to
like a
assume
do
they
or
were
die
sober
thing.
doing posts.
Yeah,
No,
I
yeah,
guess
that's
that's
true.
fair. Anyway, we're way off the rails again. Let's get it back to
Wait.
James Bond.
I have to be
I-
honest.
I-
Pierce Brosnan is not one of my favorite James Bonds.
There are others?
I don't think this take is hot because I agree with it. I think it's a correct.
He's not one of
take.
my favorites because I just like I don't really like. I don't
Oh,
like
it's
any of the
this
James
guy.
Bonds enough.
He looks like the Kentucky Fried Chicken Man.
Yeah.
You mean Colonel Sanders? He looks like him now. He didn't look like him before.
He was in the Parent Trap.
Yes,
As who?
as the parent.
He was the guy.
Which one?
The guy.
The
no,
dad.
No.
Like
which
the da-
parent? Which Parent Trap?
The cool.
The
the-
remake with Lindsay
No,
Lohan or
the
original
fucking
one?
first
the
one.
original.
The
with,
remake is the only good one.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I was thinking of the Lindsay Lohan one. I thought that was the original.
No, that's
Wait.
not-
No,
Pierce
no. The
Brosnan.
original
Wait.
was with the.
No, that's the guy
Full
who's
House
everyone's
children.
dad.
Oh, sorry, I'm mental booming, and Liz is breaking my whole bar.
It's your goddamn gamer side.
I was thinking of the
Oh,
original
that's
one.
fine. Get
The original one with Mary-Kate and Ashley, right?
Yeah,
The-
Mary-Kate and Ashley is the original.
No.
No.
What? No.
Yeah, it's the original.
Wait,
It's from
it's not.
1961.
Oh, we're talking about the 1961
What?
version, which
There's
is
one
probably
in
not in.
1961, and then there's the Lindsay Lohan one.
There,
I'm
no, and then
losing
there's
it.
one with
I'm
them.
losing it.
No.
No.
There's
they
one with
never-
them in it.
they
No.
never re- they
Wait, I'm
never-
mental
no.
booming.
No.
Oh wait, no, they're
There's
right.
Parent
They're,
Trap.
They're
I'm
right.
big.
They're right. Lindsay Lohan
Lindsay
played
Lohan.
both. She played both.
No!
Yes,
And then
both of the girls.
1960 fucking.
I let Myles get my noggin
What am I
on
thinking?
that one.
What am I thinking
Wait,
that
okay,
has
so-
them in that?
What
Was
the
he-
fuck is Mary?
Was he in?
Oh, they're in a camp movie. They're in another kind
Wait,
of
so
camp
was
movie.
Yeah,
Pierce
I was
Brosnan
thinking of
the
that
original
too.
Parent Trap or the Lindsay Lohan?
The Lindsay
He was in the
Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan one because
He would have been too young.
They
He
were
was
in a
probably a
movie
child
called It
when that
Takes
first
Two.
one came out.
Which is what comes up when you look up Mary Kate.
That's what I was
Parent
thinking.
Trap,
Yeah, It
which
Takes
is not
Two
the Parent
is like
Trap.
the same movie as Parent Trap.
Yeah.
It's like the same fucking film.
It's the same
And
film.
it came out around the same time.
Oh, I've
It
seen
also has
this.
an 8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's actually
yeah.
a totally fair
Kirstie
reason for me
Alley's
to
in
make
that,
that
but-
mistake. Both
No,
those
it's
movies
not.
came out within
No,
like
it's
probably maximum.
They
2
were.
years.
I think they were the same year.
But Pierce
1998.
Brosnan is also not in that movie.
Yes. Good movie.
Oh, yep, Our Lips Are Sealed. That's
Oh.
another
Great
one.
movie.
My sister had the whole Olsen discography on VHS.
Man, your sister was so
Do you
cool.
call it a discography? You don't.
It's a
That was
it's a
Anthology?
tapography.
Hey guys, Steve is still on the phone. Just remember.
Hi, Steve.
Hi,
Yeah.
Steve. How's it going?
I saw.
We really can't seem to talk about James Bond without getting distracted.
Sorry, I think.
Well,
it's
I think the
just
problem is that
I've
none of us
never-
are really big James
I
Bond
Yeah,
never
people,
like
are we?
I think that
James-
the James Bonds
James
rank
Bond ones?
Pierce Brosnan, Austin Powers, and then the rest of them.
Yeah, honestly, that's completely right.
yeah,
Who do you
That's
think
all I
should be the
got.
next James Bond?
I think Steve.
Well, no, I was asking Steve.
Yeah.
Well,
Steve,
Steve,
do you
Steve
let
you
her
can say
speak?
yourself. You can say yourself.
Yeah,
Do you
Steve, you
agree?
can own it.
God, I would absolutely vote for myself. I'm like very
Perfect.
freshly unemployed, so if anyone who makes a James Bond movie is hiring right now,
You're
hit
also
me
very
up.
suave. You got a very suave voice. Like I can.
If I had any pull in the industry that I work in, I would make it happen, Steve. But unfortunately, I don't.
You know
Okay,
what?
here's what I
I've got all the pull that we need. Trust me. I'll speak to my people. I'll have a chat.
Why-
Here-
why
here's
am
what I
I
want.
like a chat?
Here's what I want from
Wait.
Steve. Steve, give us. I mean, you're clearly a Brosnan fan. Give us your favorite Brosnan line. Give that in a nice like delivery.
Ooh. See, that's the thing about Pierce Brosnan. I cannot think of a single actual line of his off the top of my head because
Yeah,
they
me
all just
neither.
sort of,
It's just
they're
like
so
the...
silky and smooth and suave that they just go right past whatever my brain interprets language and go straight into the vibe center.
It's just the
And
vibe.
that's where they
Pierce-
live.
is
It,
he
just
in-
it's on the
vibe.
vibe center of your
Is
brain.
he
like
the
a
one
Kojima
with
game.
the little with the speech thing that everyone makes fun of, or is that Sean Connery?
That's Sean Connery.
Okay, cool.
Sean Connery's the one
For
who speaks
context,
like this.
Kathy has never seen a movie, so she's
That's
just
true.
the wrong person to have in the room.
She
for
was
this
born.
conversation.
She was born before movies.
Hey, she remembered
Yeah.
The Sixth Sense. That was
She did.
impressive.
She also remembered The Parent Trap.
I
Yeah,
do
well-
enjoy The Parent Trap. I think it's a great movie.
Who among us hasn't rewatched that in quarantine?
Me.
I have at least 4
I
times.
love that movie.
I watched Rugrats in Paris again.
That's
But I think what's her name? The
Lindsay
would-be
Lohan.
stepmother.
Oh,
Oh, the blonde one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Laura
had
Dern.
rights. She knew what she was all about. I admire
Wait,
that.
is that Laura Dern?
no, of course it's
No.
not Laura
No.
Dern.
I don't know. I haven't seen that movie since I was
Look,
like fucking
if
5.
if I was
It's
like
just
a
an
I've never
actress
seen
whose
it.
whole job is to play like evil stepmothers.
if I was a 22-year-old blonde hot and some old man was like, "Hey, I got $1 million. Let's fucking do this," I'd be like, "Let's go."
True.
So
But would you send the children to boarding school? Because it seems like a
Absolutely.
surefire way to
absolutely
get kicked out of that
No.
situation.
Send him to boarding school. I don't want to see him.
You know what I want to send it to is back to Steve McQueen. Well, actually, you know
Why
what?
can't
No,
we
we
do
should
this?
probably just rate the take.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Good take.
Yeah.
Great take.
I think.
Wish I
Well,
could've-
I think it's a good take. It's not a hot take though, because I think that very few people would argue with you on that.
You know what I would say? I'd say it's a generational take. I think if there was a boomer on the show, like if Parks were here, he.
Kathy's
Parks
such
and
a
I are the
boomer.
same
But you
age.
haven't seen a movie, so you don't count.
No,
Neither
wait,
of
Parks is like 2 years older than you, isn't
Yeah,
he?
Parks
No,
is 2
we're
years
the
older than
same
you.
age.
Oh, you're so old. That's fucked
Yeah.
up.
So like, okay, let's say we had a boomer on this. They would be like, no, Sean Connery's the original. He's the best one. How dare you? Because they're like old and they fart too much. Like that's what boomers do.
Well, see,
Um,
counterintuitively, my mother thinks Daniel Craig is the most handsome of
Well,
them.
that's because your
He
mom.
is-
That's because your mom
he
is
is very
thinking
handsome. Daniel Craig is
downstairs,
very
like a boomer.
Please stop speaking.
That's
Sorry.
true. Daniel Craig was like designed to appeal to boomer moms.
He was
Like,
designed to
That's
appeal to
true.
boomer.
He was
moms.
like built in a lab to appeal to boomer moms, where I feel like a lot of the other James Bonds have more of like a classic appeal to them. Like Daniel Craig, he's designed for your 55-year-old mother to look at him and be like, damn, he's a fox.
I'm right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you.
Our
I'm talking about
55-year-old
you.
mother.
Yeah, we are talking about you. You're 55 years old. You were around for quinceanera.
Anyway, Steve, thank you for the take. That was some great conversation that we had around that. Appreciate it. Anything you want to plug while you're here before we let you go?
With your lovely radio voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other
Nah,
radio
I'm
ads?
just here hanging out, honestly. I have nothing to plug. I'm just chilling.
Easy.
Hell fucking yeah. You know what, Steve? We're going to keep you on because there's no one else in the waiting room. Unless anyone wants to hop in, we do have a few more minutes left on the show. So type !call if you want to hop into the waiting room. We'll bring someone else in. But
Are we gonna do our own hot takes? That's the question.
Well, we do.
I didn't prepare one.
I don't know if any of us prepared any hot takes, but Liz asked to.
I did.
Liz did bring up. There were a few times that we had mentioned
Put
this
ice
story
in this.
offhandedly on this stream, and we never actually told it. But the story of how Liz became an official member of FaZe Clan
It's
by
true.
accident without knowing it.
Yeah, we can tell that.
And so I did prepare some B-roll.
Oh, you did?
For this.
Great.
But yeah, I think. While we wait to see if anybody else wants to hop on, Steve, if you want to
You
dip,
can hang
feel
out.
free. But if you want to stay, feel free also.
Oh god, that's sour.
It's a whiskey sour.
It's good. No, it's good. I just wasn't.
What the fuck are you guys cooking over
There's
there?
no mixers back here, so I made
it's
do.
good. I was just.
All right. Well,
You made
anyway,
Mountain Dew?
I did.
Liz has a great story to tell
I do.
about her
You
experience becoming inducted into
I
FaZe
do.
Clan by accident. So
So-
this is not really a hot
Gamer
take,
joke.
but we just never had a chance to tell this
It's
story on
just a fun
stream,
tale.
and tonight was
Can
kind of a
someone-
quiet
I'm just gonna
episode,
settle
so-
in and
Can
listen.
someone
Yeah.
clarify what FaZe Clan is?
Well, I will.
Oh
Okay.
no.
To preface, at the start of this tale, I didn't know what a FaZe Clan was, and I was hired for this job to help make some videos for a house of influencers, of which one of them was now I know FaZe Banks, whomst we just called Banks, and whomst never woke up in time ever in his life. And-
I know that there are a lot of people who watch the show that don't play video games. FaZe
Me
Clan
neither.
is like a basically influencer group that also is an esports team.
Kind of.
They basically like they're like partial like YouTube influencer agency and partial like esports organization.
So the first time I heard this story, I thought FaZe was his name. I thought it was like a.
I
last
did
name.
too.
Yeah.
So they
His name
basically
is
when I was
FaZe
hired.
Clan.
Well, no, I thought it was FaZe, and then his last name was Banks.
Yeah, me
And I
too.
was like, okay,
Oh.
yeah, that makes sense.
That's
it's
what I
basically
thought.
just like a digital media group that signs a lot of
Close. I would
big-
say it's like if Team 10 were gamers, not just
Sure.
Logan Paul, but like the whole.
Yeah,
Team 10.
they lean a lot of their content leans very hard into the Logan Paul direction, but they also
Yeah.
have legitimate
Charming.
esports teams. Like their VALORANT team is one of the best in the US, so they are a legitimate esports
So-
org as well.
He is personally
Shout out Sonic Fox, friend of
Annoying.
the show.
Do we consider that esports, or is that do you separate FGC from esports? Because I do personally, but that's just
Sports, it's all
it's
video games.
it depends who you talk to. I do think that the FGC is part of esports, but the FGC exists separately from the
yeah.
rest of the
For
esports
me,
industry.
it's like a sports league versus like MMA. Like,
Yeah, it's very
They're all-
similar.
they're
Most
all the
people will
same.
compare fighting games to MMA, or
They're all
like the
the
connection between MMA and traditional sports.
You all just
Anyway,
follow the esports.
Not related.
Anyway.
That's what FaZe Clan is basically. They are like the Logan Paul of video games.
So
more
I
or
was
less.
hired to do these videos for this house, and at one point we were told to set up a talk show. We were told to set up a podcast, but they wanted video, so we were like, "That's not a podcast," but okay. And it was in the basement
is
of
a
this house
podcast.
in the Hollywood Hills. This is a
It's
podcast.
a bad podcast.
Um,
Would not download.
And
Hey,
we
can
spent-
you pass? Sorry, can you pass me? Yep, thank you.
Every time you interrupt Liz, I'm gonna start talking about Rugrats.
I
and
should have
Terrorists.
worn the shirt that my mother sent me that says "Excuse me, I'm talking."
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let
So
Liz
like
talk.
Joe Rogan.
No.
Yeah.
They
so
are
we
kind of the
set
Joe
up-
Rogan of video games as well.
Yeah, we set up this interview in like the basement of this house, and then we were supposed to come back the next day to like actually film it. And we walked in, and basically we walked in, and then we were waiting for like 2 hours, and then they never showed up. And then we got a text from one of them that was like, "Sorry, we're not gonna do the thing today. You guys can go home." And then we just packed everything up and we left, and we never did it again in that house. And then we did the show properly in a WeWork in Hollywood. We built a set on
R.I.P.
the
WeWork.
third floor of the Hollywood WeWork and shot this podcast, and it was
Which, by the way,
Thanks.
the WeWork they refer to as FaZe Clan headquarters.
we do.
So you'll see in a second. I do have the B-roll. I'll let Liz get to it, but I do have a video to show.
My brain melted about 10 minutes into that day.
There are a couple mentions of it being FaZe Clan headquarters, and every time they say it, I just think in my head, this is the Hollywood.
It was
we
an
work.
empty floor of the Hollywood we worked that they literally physically built like flats, like built a whole set in with like custom neon. Anyway.
Yeah, FaZe Clan does not have a real headquarters.
So we set this all up in the Hollywood we work, and we were supposed to do many episodes of the show. We only ever did one. But it was Banks and what's his friend's name?
It was Keemstar.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Fucking Keemstar.
They're both bastards.
The podcast was FaZe Banks, Keemstar, and
Ninja was their host. I didn't know who any of these
The
people
most
were.
racist podcast of all time.
I didn't know who any of these people were.
By
at
the
all.
way, Brawless wife didn't ask.
Brawless wife didn't ask. So we showed up and like they were not even paying real human money for like real human people to shoot this. It was me and my friend RJ, who I think at the time we were like 21 and 24. Like we're shooting
Were they
this
giving
fucking.
you, like, face?
We were. Well,
How
we,
did you
we
guys
were
ever even
paid,
get
just
hooked up
not
with
a
them?
lot. I don't know. A long story.
A lifetime of bad decisions.
We knew like the DP, and he knew people who were like in charge of them. I don't know.
That's not a long story.
It's if I used my words, it was.
Okay.
But we walked in, we like shot this thing, and none of us knew who the fuck these little clowns were, but they were just very like loud, and they kept recording a vlog the whole time that we were trying to set up and like do all this like 10 people's worth of work by like 2 of us, and they were recording a vlog, and they kept running in and interrupting us. Should I explain what happens in this vlog, or
I want to, well, I'll show the vlog. I just want to set up I think this is a good time for me to set up my side of the story,
because
which is...
the way that I didn't tell Dan about this because I didn't think any of this was relevant to anybody. I didn't know who these people were at all.
Liz was so disconnected from who these people were. We hung out the night after she shot this. Like, I remember this very well. We were hanging out, and we were just like, you know, just talking about, I was like, what'd you do on work today? And she was like, oh, I just like did this thing with influencers. And then like 2 weeks later...
We did do a lot of different influencers in that house.
Yeah, like I didn't like think anything of it.
I didn't think any of them were different.
Liz shoots videos with influencers, like it wasn't a big deal. But she's like, oh yeah, I worked with some influencers. I was like, yeah, whatever. And then like, this was also at the height of Ninja's popularity. This was like less than 6 months after he streamed with Drake.
This is the first time I ever in my life heard the word Fortnite to refer to the video game.
or post Brawless wife?
Oh wait,
Far
I mean that was this week.
Brawl's
This was 2017
Well,
or 2018. Like this was like just
It was like 2018.
It was just
yeah.
shortly after
She could've also been
Ninja
Brawless.
did his like big like breakout stream with Drake and all of them.
I mean, he was married at the time.
But
I mean-
Liz just missed out on that and was like, oh, I was just working with some
didn't know who
influencers. I don't know
these
who they
people
are. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And then like 3 weeks later, one of our friends from college who doesn't even live here in LA, he texts me and he all caps out of nowhere.
He also
is like,
sent me the same text.
Liz worked with Ninja? And I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, I just watched a vlog with Ninja in it and Liz was in the background.
Okay, the text
And I was like,
that
what the fuck did you just say to me?
The text that I received was no context, just a screen cap of my face from that vlog, and he just sent it to me with no words, and I was like, that's me.
Anyway, this was the vlog that was being shot the whole time. I do have the audio and video for it.
So we're in actually the same building as Team 10. I just want to
These
show
are
you guys
just the
our
parts that
office.
Liz is in. Hold on, I'm gonna turn
Let's give them a
down
quick
that
sneak
audio.
peek of the set real quick. So guys, the reason why I did this come here is because we're doing a show, and we're bringing.
Yeah, so this is just the parts of the vlog that Liz is in. I cut them out just for this purpose.
That's all you guys can see. We got the camera guys here, camera guys and girl. So sorry. Amazing. This shit is awesome. That's
Camera guys and girl. So sorry for that.
Couple guys
man, the myth, the motherfucking legend, dude.
So sorry about the iconic line. Camera guys and camera girl. So sorry about that.
He had to zoom into my face for some reason.
There was like a 2-year long period where like we would be at parties and stuff, and like our friends would like come up to Liz and be like, "So sorry about that," and everyone just
sorry
knew.
about that.
Fucking stay tuned. We're gonna go get some food, some drinks, maybe. We gotta lay that
We never did another episode
We're
of the
gonna go
show.
take it.
Yeah, there was.
This one.
They shot a pilot. That's
I
it.
just want to say thank you to all of you guys. Hey,
Oh.
love you. You're amazing.
I'm so tired. Look how pissed she is, dude. That fucks me up. She's so mad. Wait, hold on. Let me go back. That One slow-mo is not enough for that. So, by the way, I didn't edit any of this. I just cut around the parts that didn't have Liz in it. This is actually how it's made.
Oh wait, he did that to me?
Ninja, thank you so much for coming.
No, he didn't. I do the slow-mo.
Okay.
That's it.
Mom's basement.
But like, this is all like their editing. It just jumps around like crazy.
It's already
Nothing makes
halfway there,
sense.
so
Yeah.
fuck. This vlog is 35 minutes long.
I just want to say thank you to all of you guys. Hey, you, love you. You're amazing.
Hey, you.
Look how fucking pissed Liz is. Dude,
Look
like,
at that.
no way.
So this is the sister to the Joker Man shirt. This is the DeVille woman shirt.
We should actually put that
He's
on a
been
shirt.
bullying
That's so
me for
good.
12 hours
Look
because
at-
I had the unfortunate happenstance to be assigned the camera that was his close-up, and I had to sit there staring in his face for like 3 straight hours.
Look at that raw anger. That's the type of face of someone
Primal.
who worked in the service industry long enough that she can't say fuck you, but she
I
can't
know how to
say it
say
out.
it with my
You can
eyes.
say it with
She
your
can't
eyes.
say it out loud, but she can say it with her eyes. That's like what that look is.
This is Liz saying, "I thought my life was a drama."
You're amazing.
But really, it's a fucking comedy.
RJ! The contrast between my emotion in that moment and RJ's just pure face of innocence is just...
He's still pure.
Every day of my life, I think about camera guys and girl. So sorry about that. I was the only woman in that room that day, as usual.
And also the only woman that any of them have ever seen,
it's true,
except for
except
Ninja's
for
wife.
Braless
Well,
wife.
Keemstar's got a daughter, so he sees her.
He
all the
does?
time. Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got a daughter.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
It's so funny
That
because
poor girl.
I'm like, your dad's the worst. I mean, at the very least, we can see that the gnome shortage was not always a problem. But unfortunately, they're now an extinct species. So
They are
can we
the-
just get a rip Keemstar?
Yeah,
he died
agree
along with the
Crit.
other gnomes.
Does Keemstar fuck? Does that?
Keemstar has a wife, apparently.
Is she braless, and does she bring him a sandwich? Didn't ask.
I assume that she's brain dead, and she's in the morgue.
Oh no.
And he just raised her daughter.
Hey Steve,
Anyway.
what's your take on that video?
Hi,
Hot
Steve.
takes?
That is the most like pure, visceral, unbridled core anger I've ever seen. Like trying to be held back from your face.
What's so funny about that is that for years when we were watching that video, we only knew about the first
That's true, we
shot that
didn't
you
know
saw,
about the second.
where they showed it like the first time. It was like an explosion, and then that when they said camera guys and
Boom.
girls, so sorry about that. We didn't actually find that second shot where she looked really angry until like 3 years later. Because we had I remember this night vividly. We were hanging out in my old apartment and we were telling this story to someone. We put the video on.
It just kept playing.
And then it just kept playing and we were talking over it. And then at some point we looked over and we were like, oh my god, Liz is back in it
She's
again.
here.
And then I saw that shot for the first time. I was like, no fucking way did they put that in the video. No way. That's so raw. That's just fucking raw.
Who would look at that and be like, this is something we need to include in our 35-minute vlog? Because, you know, there's nothing we can trim.
I mean, it's
Not a
very
thing.
funny.
They're
but
just
it's
fans
not
of the
good.
Liz Nation.
They apparently
Yeah.
are members of Liz Nation.
Yeah, we need to get some Liz
I would
Nations
look at
in
that
the
and
chat.
say it needs to be on a T-shirt. That's just me.
Yeah. Hey,
The
can we get a
only-
plug for a new T-shirt? The Cruella woman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think next week you might see a new T-shirt in the Coffeebreath store.
Can you Photoshop my current hair?
Oh no!
onto that
Wait. We call it
version?
the camera girl.
Oh,
Camera girl.
yeah, that's the name of the shirt. We should... Okay. Maybe this is inside baseball. Maybe I'm revealing a little bit too much right now, but I'm going to say it on stream for all the real ones who are still in the chat. I think it'd be really funny if the front is just that image, like really big, how we had that Joker Man shirt.
Yeah.
And on the back, it just says, so sorry about that.
I would wear that t-shirt.
I
I would wear a
think-
t-shirt with no face on it.
I
for
think
that.
all of our...
I think that's hilarious.
I think all of our close friends who don't watch this show would buy that shirt.
Yeah.
And that's the prize for winning tomorrow's premiere of Coffeebreath Sessions.
It's not the prize. The prize is that you get to give all of the proceeds from the stream to charities. So if you want to come by, support some great charities, we will at some point. I need to figure out what everybody's charity is. No one has responded to me.
Thank you, Sakura.
About what their charity is, but we do have a group of players that will be competing, and I know that there will be some good charities involved, and any proceeds from the stream, donations, subs, bits, whatever the fuck, all that's going to get added up at the end and gifted to the charity of the winner of the Guilty Gear Strive round robin. This is a day 0 tournament for Guilty Gear Strive. The game's not even out yet. It is in beta, so none of us have really played it for more than maximum 24 hours if you're a freak like some of the people who are coming. No, I have barely played any. I'm going to get fucking washed, I'll tell you that right now. At least 2 of the guys that are coming tomorrow that are good fighting game players, I can confirm, have been grinding it without sleeping since it started last night at like 8 p.m.
Why are you gamers? Why are gamers?
I don't know.
Because there's cash money on the table.
You can also donate to Theo's education fund, where I try to give.
That's a huge waste of money, by the
You
way.
can educate this fucking slob of an animal. Look
Can
at
we
him.
can we get a couple can we just get some thick Theos in the chat, please?
Thick Theos.
Look at him.
Yeah, let's get some Theos in the chat.
We need
Let's
to
see some
refresh
Theos.
the show after
I
that
love
horrid
him.
story.
I love Theos.
that causes me
Good
pain.
boy.
I love Theo.
Yeah, look at this fat. Oh, there's the lick. There's the lick. Oh.
Little lick.
Oh no. Oh no. Why? Oh no. Oh, that's so gross.
Sweet
I love him.
boy.
I love him.
Anyway, thank you all for joining us. We'll end it there. That was a great story. Steve, on a scale of 1 to 30, how would you rate tonight's episode?
35, maybe 40.
My God.
Fuck yeah. Big agree from me. Thanks for being here as always, Steve. Appreciate having you. Thanks for the support. I'm going to let you go while I finish up the plugs, but thanks for being here. Thanks for sitting on the
Before we all
line
tune out.
for like 10 minutes while we told that story, by the way.
Good times.
Really appreciate your involvement with the show. Thanks for having a great radio voice and sharing that with us. Best of luck in bumfuck New York.
Much appreciated.
I don't know where you live in upstate New York, but it's all bumfuck to me, so sorry.
Sure.
Yeah, take care of
Yeah, no,
yourself.
that's accurate.
All right. We'll catch you next time, Steve. Thanks for joining
Bye,
us.
Steve.
All right. That's going to be it for the Coffeebreath Show tonight, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I have been your host, as always, Daniel J. If this is your first time joining us, please hit us with a follow up there on twitch.tv. We're live here every Friday night at 8 p.m. Pacific, and we do have a new show, as you've seen. I won't plug it again because I know you're sick of hearing about it.
We literally just plugged it.
But the Coffee Breath sessions
Seconds ago.
will... I'm still figuring out what the frequency of it will be. It's probably going to be a monthly thing because it's a lot for me to organize more than that. But for now, tune in tomorrow and see the first one. We'll see how it goes. It'll be an experiment. I've never seen anybody do content like this, like what we're planning for tomorrow. So I don't know how it's going to go, but I think it's going to be fun. And knowing all the people we've got there, it'll definitely be a good time. And you'll definitely see some video games being played and some money getting donated to charity.
Fortunate.
Watch to support Liz, because Liz will be there and I won't.
Liz
Yeah,
Nation.
once
Unfortunately, I'll
again,
be there.
want to
Ooh.
remind people that even if you aren't a big fan of fighting games or video games in general, it's a house party first and a fighting game
It's a
tournament
Liz
second.
party
As
first.
long as you're a big fan of Liz,
So
I'll be there.
If
It's
you
a
want to
Liz
see like the
fan
Coffee Breath
nation.
show with twice as many people in it and a lot more alcohol, and then also some video games thrown into the mix, tune in. I think it'll be a lot of fun. But thanks for joining us for that. Don't forget, Coffee Breath merch store, always open anytime. Coffeebreathmerch.com. You can type sessions1 and it's the promo code. Get 10% off anything throughout the course of this weekend, including our new Bar Coffee Breath anniversary grand opening tee and our new Coffee Breath Sessions tee as well. And also, if you're not following us on Twitter, hit !! Twitter in the chat or click the link down in the description. Follow us on there. Great place to stay up to date with what we're doing, when we're doing it. I've got a new article coming out soon. I'm a writer.
wow,
Guys, if you
so
didn't know.
cool.
So cool.
So cool.
I've got a new article coming out soon on Upcomer, the site that I write for. A bunch of old... thank you, Sakura. There's our Twitters there.
You can also follow Kathy at Kangaroo Cats.
Yeah, sorry, here's the lower thirds.
Don't follow me on Twitter. I just post about stupid
Yeah,
law stuff.
don't follow
Me
her
too.
on Twitter, but here it is in case
Don't
you want
follow
it.
me on Twitter, please.
Miles doesn't have a Twitter, so
Don't follow me.
But yeah, keep an eye out for my next article on Upcomer, new news outlet built of a lot of former ESPN esports people. A lot of my former coworkers all came together to start this new site.
It's true. If you follow me on Twitter, you will get Theo content.
That's true.
Yeah, Kathy does post a lot of Theo content, so if you like this ugly fucking dog and his disgusting
You're
fucking...
so
sweet
fucking
friend.
mean. Shut the fuck up.
He's nice
I'll
to
fucking
him.
kill you.
Last thing is that we have a YouTube channel. You can
We
type
do.
!! YouTube in the chat or click the link down below to go on there. The VODs from the show go up the next day, like less than 24 hours after the show airs. I get them up the Saturday afternoon afterwards. Tomorrow's VOD might be a little bit delayed, so sorry about that.
So sorry about
So
that.
sorry about that.
So sorry.
Because I'm going
So
to be
sorry
busy
about
preparing
that.
for Coffee Breath sessions, but keep an eye on that channel. Going to have a lot of content coming on there soon. I haven't said this yet, but I am making a TikTok too. We'll have that soon as
Oh
well.
no.
Oh,
Are
gross.
you really?
Yeah,
Gross.
yeah. Sharpie told me I needed to.
I want to
And
plug that I
trust
will
her.
soon be using my TikTok to cook through the entirety of the
are
High
you
School
doing
Musical
that?
cookbook that was gifted to me for my
I'm
birthday
So excited.
by a friend of the
So
show, Michelle.
excited.
Yeah, tons of different ways to watch some horrible fucking content that we make.
It's gonna be great.
If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and thumbs up, and thanks for watching the whole thing. Appreciate it. And anything else? What did I miss? Tune into Coffee Breath Sessions tomorrow
That's
night.
it.
Everybody wish Miles a
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah,
Miles' birthday last
he's
week. Sorry.
old.
I didn't talk about it
Oh,
tonight
no.
because next week we're gonna do a Miles' birthday.
Oh.
I think next week we'll figure.
We're
it
gonna
out.
try for next week.
At some point, we are going to do we have a very particular plan for a Miles birthday stream.
Oh, no,
We'll have to
everyone's a
figure out
surprise.
when and how it happens, but
No,
trust
I know
me,
about it.
there's going to be
I've
something,
assisted in the
It was
creation of
mostly
it.
his
there's
idea.
going to be something really fucked up
It was
on
actually
this show.
Maddie's idea.
There's going to be something truly
makes sense.
foul on the show that we do to celebrate Miles' birthday soon,
boy.
so keep an eye out for that. Live here every
Yeah.
Friday night, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern at Bar Coffee Breath. Fuck you if you don't live in those time zones. I'm the Coastal Elite.
Shut up.
I've
the
got
show.
I've got 2 nuts.
I gotta
and,
pee.
Yep. Wait.
Hit the button.
Any final thoughts from anybody?
Shut
I feel like
the
we
fuck
could
up.
talk a little bit longer.
Shut
I
the
got,
fuck
Yeah, I got a
up.
couple final
I got
thoughts.
some stories I could tell. I got some stories I could tell.
Okay.
Hey,
Theo
Liz.
has some stories he could tell.
Liz,
Oh, he just licked me in the fucking
you
eyeball.
might
What the fuck?
need this.
This fucking dog. He just licked me in the fucking eye. Jesus
Why?
Christ.
You
Alright, I'm
might-
shutting
you
off
might
the
need
stream.
this.
Good night, everyone.
Stories.
Thanks for joining us. Love you all. See you tomorrow night for the first episode of Coffee Breath Sessions.
Oh.
Hell fucking yeah, brother. Arrivederci. Good night.